This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Hi, everybody.
Good morning.
On the show today, we meet children's author and illustrator James Foley.
Yeah,
He was
we
good,
find out from people when they didn't realise that their image or likeness was being used
Yeah,
for
it's amazing,
something.
wasn't it?
Yeah, we talk about pasta in this one and also tipping that comes up.
Oh, yeah, lots of discussion. Bit of sport as well. Why not?
This is Nathan, Nat, and Sean
On Nova.
Nova 937.
It's 6:03, Nathan, Nat and Sean. Happy Tuesday. This morning we all went, it's only Tuesday. How is this possible that it's only Tuesday?
I know, we have to do the hard yards, get through today. After that, it's downhill because it's hump day.
Downhill to book
No,
week at Bull
I
Creek
think-
Primary School.
Yeah, big time. Come on.
I think this week's some quicksand, Sean. I was
Really?
thinking, yeah.
Really?
No, I don't. And we're looking for a stick to try and pull us out. We can't find one.
Remember we had a conversation about quicksand?
Yes.
Did it exist? Because we see it in the
Yes.
old cowboy movies.
No, it did exist.
It does exist, but not as we
as
were led
aggressive.
to believe, and also not as common as we were led to believe when we were kids.
Blazing Saddles, mate. They went through that many things.
I think it was everywhere, and we were all
They
going to
did.
die at any given moment.
And they make it look extremely aggressive and like
Yes.
an aggressive bit
Like
of
it's
sand.
sucking you in.
Yeah, like,
Did you ever think you'd have to lasso your brother out of a sinking?
No, I would have let him go.
no, I always think Natalie would. If Natalie ever got done in quicksand,
Yes.
it'd be the scenario where Natalie would be sinking and like it just, her head would just be above
Yep.
the sand and her
Yep.
arm would be up, and the only thing that they'd be able to throw at her to save her would be a snake.
Oh,
And she
and
would
I'd
have
be
to
like,
use it as a rope.
No.
Would you grab the snake
No.
or go into the earth?
No, go into the earth.
Really?
Yeah.
But the snake, it's not the head
It's not
end.
a- it's not-
It's not the head
I
end.
don't
Okay,
think-
it's the tail end.
So you're holding the head end.
I'm
because-
holding the head end.
Well, that's not happening either.
No, it is. I'm going to do that for you because you're dying.
What sort
You're
of
gonna
snake
die.
is it?
Like a
Is it a python or is it a?
It's a long one.
venomous?
It's a long one.
No. Is it venomous?
Yes.
You're holding the head
Oh,
end.
yes, because I want you to die. I'm a good person.
I would.
He's like
I
Bob
think
Irwin,
you
this guy.
could probably look around and find a stick or
No,
something.
there's nothing. It's just a snake.
Just a snake who's
just
who's
a snake that's a perfect
that's
length to get you
rigid
out.
and rigid.
No,
Or what?
it's rope-like, but like so
Well,
you
it
just
depends
so
how-
you're about to go under. There is a snake. I've got it by the head. You're going to hold on, and then I'll just pull you out.
And it always depends on how hard you pull it,
Natalie,
Nat, whether it's going to be...
They don't call them
Survival instinct.
nope ropes for nothing.
Wow, mate, you're going to die.
Yeah, that's so be it. Put it on my
Choose
tombstone.
life. Choose life. Wham said it best.
You could go to the gym or do the shopping or go to work.
But what if you went in a beachier direction?
You're only a what if away from a holiday with the What If app.
Book accommodation, flights, packages and more.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
It's the Bank West vending machine.
Let's hear it for Bankwest, home of the good stuff.
All right, we have our contestant David from Swanview on the line. Good morning, David.
Hey guys, how are we?
So,
Good,
Dave.
What are you doing up, David?
Just finished night shift.
Ooh, what do you do, Dave?
Glass processor, factory work.
Wow, okay.
You process glass all night.
What do you mean?
Someone's got to do it.
What sort of glass?
Just like, so when your glaziers put in glass at your houses or whatever, they come pick it up from us.
Okay, so you're going to be running 24/7.
Yeah, 24/7, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Do you use a lot of Windex?
Nah.
Does that have...
That's the extent of Nathan's glass-related questions, if you're pleased to know, Dave. All right, Dave, you are about to have a crack at the Bankwest vending machine. Nathan is going to make his way over to the
I'm running
vendatorium
late.
over in the corner.
Sorry, guys.
He's
Lucky
just
the
got a
car's
bit
parked.
carried away with all his
Sorry,
Windex
Dave's tired. I'm here,
questions.
Dave. I got out.
All right, so our Bankwest vending machine, you give us a letter A, B or C and a number 1, 2, 3 or 4, and Nathan will put the 10 cents in, press the buttons for you, Dave. What do you want?
Yeah, I'll go C3.
C3.
Very
Theo.
popular.
Yes.
C3.
All right, the money is in, Dave.
C3.
Dispensing one single
Fonz
solitary
it.
thump, and it
You
has
bloody
been
fonzed it
spent.
well.
Bit of a fonz.
Righto, Sean is going to open the box on your behalf, David.
First of all, we have a fun size
Oh, a
crunchy.
crunchy, Dave. How do we feel about a crunchy?
Yeah.
Not bad.
Nah.
Did you
So
say
violet crumble?
Yes. Can't say
No,
yuck.
violet crumble. The
I know,
crunchy
but
is
you
the
don't
poor
say yuck.
cousin of the
Yeah.
violet crumble.
Yeah, but it's not yuck.
Yeah,
it's
it
just,
is.
it's just
So I'm
not
gonna
as
say
good
it's
as a
yuck.
violet crumble.
Okay.
Do you prefer a violet crumble or a crunchy, Dave?
Crunchy.
Yeah.
Oh, crunchy.
Oh, there we go.
Crunchy.
He said crunchy.
Maybe he disagreed with you.
I know. I'm throwing it in the bin. He doesn't get it.
Righto,
That was the wrong
David.
answer.
What's
Your
he won?
gift, thanks to Bank West. You've won a Fremantle Dockers Guernsey signed by the whole team thanks to Bank West's best seats.
Oh, what? No way.
You
Are
like
you,
that?
Are you a Dockers fan?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh! Thank God.
David,
Wow.
a couple of future Brownlow medalists on there. Would have thought Andy Brayshaw, Caleb Sarong.
interesting.
Yeah.
There you go.
Not wrong.
That'll be worth a
Hey,
fortune.
David, I'm going to offer you something that we haven't offered anyone else.
Are you going to
that's
get the
won
crunchy
this.
out of the bin?
No, that's won this jersey, right? Would you like Sean McManus to sign it as well?
Oh, no, you
Or would you
can't.
like to just keep it with the current team?
I'll keep Karen saying.
Well, you know what
would
happens.
you like
if
us
you,
to-
If you get me to sign it, then you've got to get insured.
Yeah, sure.
You're right, Sean, and who can afford
Yeah.
that?
Dave, what about if, would you like us to wash all the signatures off it?
No way.
No way, you got the Fifinator on there, two-time Brownlow medalist.
It's like
Come
a
on, mate.
nappy sand challenge.
Yeah.
Would you like Sean to sign any article of clothing for you? Just even like a packet of jocks or something?
You can sign the crunchy.
Oh, can you get the
in the
crunchy
bin.
out of the bin, Sam? Thanks.
Who put it in the bin?
What? I don't know.
Did you throw it in the bin?
Yeah,
No.
and he got it in as well.
You
Did I get it
disgust
in?
me.
Yeah.
You disgust
I know, we
me.
can't believe it either.
I.
Congratulations, David.
Yeah.
You have a good day.
you, Dave.
Sleep, in
That's
fact.
awesome, guys.
Yeah,
See you,
bye.
man.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat, and Sean.
Scott, at school,
Nathan?
were you a big athletics person?
No.
No? You didn't have an event that you would do?
No.
No.
No,
What do you mean? Well, like,
What was
just
your
like
best?
normal-
What was your
What's your best
best
thing?
event in the
Leaderball,
athletics?
tunnel ball.
long jump?
So in primary school it was cross country. Like,
okay.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I think
You're a
like,
distance
yeah,
man?
I
Alright.
did pretty well in the distance, but then like sprinting, I wasn't too bad at
Yeah.
as well.
What about any of the jumps?
Throwing a ball
Long,
or anything
triple?
like that? No. Have you seen how tall I am?
High?
Like,
No, none of it? No.
Nobody cares
I'm
about
too
that.
short.
Doesn't matter when you're in primary school.
Yeah.
Though, you know.
I used to do little athletics. That was fun.
Did
Yeah, I
you?
did do
Yeah.
athletics too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have the spikes on, Nathan? When remember
Oh, like the hardcore
I had
spike.
when you wear the
Essex
spikes,
Tigers.
blows your bloody calves
Does
out.
it?
Unbelievable.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Great athletics chat,
Yeah.
guys.
I used to love it because you'd always know where the stocky kids were going. They're going over to the shot put.
Yes. There's something for everyone. That's the beauty of it, isn't it?
Nathan, Nat, and Sean in podcast form.
We were doing a lot of pasta talk just then. I just mentioned that I'm going to hopefully get this through this quickly. Last night we were out for dinner, family thing for Ollie's birthday. Anyway, we went to pasta joint, really nice. When I got the bill, it was pretty expensive. And then when I went to pay, I just put my card up to the
Oh,
thing.
no. It got declined.
No, it wasn't. It didn't just immediately beep, and I kind of had my back turned, and the guy says to me, "Oh, the machine's asking you something."
Oh.
And I like.
And his machine said, "Are you kidding?"
So I turned around to look at it properly, and it said money for tips. So you put down the thing.
Yes,
And we're an in and out type of family.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the longer we sit at a table and talk to each other, the more chance there is going to be an all-out brawl. So we're just sitting there eating and stuff like that. Plus the bill was expensive, so I was like, no, straight away. How do you feel about that?
Yeah,
So-
you can't look them in the eye
The
while you do
machine
it.
is talking
I'm
to
going
you.
to be honest right now. It's if you're in America,
Yes.
tipping is normal because they're paid so badly.
That's right.
Yeah.
So here in Australia, for me, I think tipping should be when someone really does a great job, or you've loved the food,
Yes.
and you want to show your appreciation. I do not think it should be expected because people are they're paid a decent wage here for doing that.
That's right.
Are they not? They
Yeah,
are.
no, they
okay.
are. And the other thing is that, like it used to be that when you paid cash, you would just round up.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
that became your tip. But when you're pay waiving, it's like there is no rounding up. You just, I know.
I know.
Yeah.
And the machine's talking to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you
Tell the machine
No, he
to
pressed-
off.
he
Did you
pressed
give
no.
a
I've already
tip?
He pressed no.
So you said no.
No, because the bill was $344. I'm like,
Just
no
for a
way,
fun
mate.
family night
Who's that
out?
pasta, dudes? It was lovely, really lovely, and the service was nice. But we weren't there. You know when you
You're
get.
I mean,
we weren't
you
there all
expect
night.
the service to be nice. You don't expect
Yeah.
them to throw
Yeah.
the food at you. Like
Yeah.
that's the minimum requirement.
Yeah.
Sometimes do you get an Uber driver, right, that's a little bit silent and you think, I think you've got like a silent secret problem with me, and then you get in your head a little bit, so then towards the end of the trip you say to them, I'm going to tip you $5 and you don't?
No,
Do you say
I've
that
never
to me?
done that. Ever.
Oh, what's your rating?
I've done it. I'm really good because I don't know. It's all unanimous.
No, but when you say they know it's your tip,
Unanimous.
What's that? Sorry.
but you've told them you're going to give me a tip.
But they don't say. It doesn't say where it comes from.
No, so then because then when they they go, oh, he's a great guy, and they give him a good rating.
Yeah, and they
and
give me a good rating.
They can't take it back.
Yeah, I did it twice.
Okay, well, I'm going to do that from now on.
No, I usually do tip, but these two I didn't. I'm just being honest with you guys, you know what I mean?
If you're an Uber driver and you're driving Nathan Morris, watch out for
rating?
that. Watch out for that.
4.86.
Not bad. Not bad.
4.86.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Last quarter. Sensational play.
Be there to cheer on the home team from the Bankwest Best Seats in the House.
All right, up for grabs. We have two premium Bankwest Best Seats to see the West Coast Eagles versus Adelaide Crows Saturday night. That's premium seating, food and drinks included. A big night out, you might say.
But to get there, of course, you need to win everyone's favourite game, and that is the last quarter.
Hello, Tracy.
Hello.
Hi, Tracy.
Trace.
Wow, Tracy's been waiting to be part of the last quarter legacy for so long, Tracy.
Hurdle you have to get over first, Tracy.
You do know how to win the last quarter, don't you?
I do.
How?
Yes. I've got to win the last quarter.
Yes, Tracy. Yes, Tracy.
You can stay.
In the first quarter, you're up against Paulette from the Vines. Good morning, Paulette.
Good morning.
Paulette, your time has come, Paulette, but what stands before you and possible glory is the simple question.
Do you know how to win the last quarter, Paulette?
I do win the last quarter.
Our marketing campaign is paying off. Okay.
Finally now.
Here's what's going to happen. We're going to ask you the first quarter question. If you think you know the answer, buzz in with your name. You get it right, you're through to the second quarter. You get it wrong, we bid you farewell. Let's test your buzzers. Tracy?
Tracy.
Paulette?
Paulette.
Working well, friends.
Here we go. First question of the last quarter. On a standard keyboard, which letter is located to the right of the T?
Tracy.
Yes, Tracy?
R. Y.
You have to accept your first answer, I'm afraid.
I know.
I know.
Yeah.
QWERTY.
Goodbye.
Oh,
Remember
no.
that.
Right,
QWERTY.
The Y was the answer.
Yeah.
All right. Paulette, in the second quarter, you're up against Simon from Duncraig. Good morning, Simon.
Good morning.
Simon, how do you win the last quarter?
By winning the last quarter.
Correct. Simon, please
Thanks, Simon.
test your buzzer. Simon?
Simon.
Working well. It is Paulette versus Simon in the second quarter.
Here we go. Taking flight at West Coast home games, Aussie the Eagle is a what-tailed eagle?
Simon.
Yes, Simon?
Wedged.
You are correct,
Yes.
Simon.
Well done,
Simon.
Aussie the Eagle. She's a legend.
Hey, Paulette.
In the third quarter, Simon will be up against Tanisha from Mundera. Good morning, Tanisha.
Good morning.
Tanisha, do you know how to win the last quarter by any chance?
I do. You win the last quarter.
Thank you.
Okay, and Tanisha, let's test your buzzer. Tanisha?
Tanisha.
Working well. Here we go. Third quarter question.
Simon v. Tanisha.
The Da Vinci Code opens with a murder in which world-famous French museum?
Simon.
Yes, Simon?
The Louvre.
Super pronunciation.
The Louvre.
I mean, I
Was
think
the
your
guy
name,
stabbed with a knife?
I think your name might really be Simon. You're so French.
Oh, no.
Simon, in the last quarter, you're going to be taking on Art from Yanchep. Good morning, Art.
Good morning, how you going?
Hey, good art.
How do you win the last quarter, Art?
I'm just going to come in and win the last quarter.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, Art.
I like
And
your
Art,
confidence too.
second question. Are you an Arthur? Are you an RT? What are you an Art?
Funny enough, it's not short for anything. It's just ART.
Oh, right. Good
Just
one.
straight out
Just
Art.
Art. And your parents liked art? Is that what it was?
My dad was a tattooist, yeah.
Oh!
There you go.
You, sir, are a work of art.
You know what?
Okay.
Let's give it to him.
Simon.
Give it to Art.
Simon versus Art in the last quarter. Let's test your buzzer. Art.
Art.
Because it's the last quarter. Simon.
Simon.
Still working, everybody.
I would have shortened it down to Mon, but
This is
that's just me.
for the match.
Final question, the last quarter. The player that has kicked the most goals for the Adelaide Crows is Taylor.
Simon.
Yes, Simon. Simon.
Taylor Walker.
The big Texan.
Simon, you have won 2 Premium Bankwest Best Seats to see West Coast versus Adelaide this Saturday. Premium seating, food and drinks included. Well done, son.
Thank you.
Hey, guys.
Are you an Eagles man,
Simon was right. He knew how to win the last
I
quarter.
am, yeah. I'm going to have to sell my membership tickets back.
Oh, yeah. Even better.
Hey, that's
Even
all
better.
right.
Yeah,
Making a bit of money as well. All right, everybody. That was the last quarter. That's how you win the last
Beautifully
quarter.
won by Simon.
Simon knew how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
It's Nathan and Sean's
Having the guys at your school might be safe, but enrolling the kids at State Swim will make them stronger and safer swimmers. Just in time for summer, head to stateswim.com.au.
We thought it was time we got on board with the whole Book Week phenomenon.
Yes.
And so this Friday we're going to be broadcasting from Bull Creek Primary School.
That's right.
They nominated and we're the very lucky school to be selected. So we're going to be there in costume, enjoying
so
it all.
much fun. How's this? Jeremy McGovern from the West Coast Eagles and Sean Darcy from the Dockers. They're going to be joining us for the show on Friday.
You know what I'm looking forward to? Because the kids wouldn't have seen them live much up close. They'll just see 2 giants.
I know.
They're going to love it.
Darth.
Yeah, I think that Gov's coming as Darth and Darth is coming as Gov.
Great. Neither of them have written a book, so that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, so there's going to be prizes to give away. There's going to be swimming lessons from our mates at State Swim.
Yeah.
They're going to be given away as well.
For people there and people at home as well. But we thought to celebrate, let's get into the world of children's literature. We have author James Foley in the studio with us.
Hello.
James, you're a big hit when it's Book Week, aren't you? Lots of kids love to dress up as the characters in your books.
Yeah. I've actually had some photos come through of my newest character, Secret Agent Mole.
Yes.
These little kids dressing up in these little white tuxedos with plunger guns going to their schools.
That's super cute.
It's amazing. Hopefully they don't get stopped by security on the way.
Yeah.
Knowing this, right, because Book Week's huge and, you know, you're going to have generations growing up with your books.
Oh, hopefully.
Have you thought about dabbling in making the costumes and selling them?
Like
but why
Get
wouldn't you have from the official... Harry Potter and that have got them from the official...
The book and costume set.
A whole merchandising empire.
I mean, because look at that, just a little cheap white suit and some square glasses, boom.
It would be handy. Well, I've got some actually some free printables on my website, masks of the characters.
No, that's free. You're an idiot.
I know. But
Money.
Copyright agency. I can still get money from that.
Are you talking about it? Really? Can I copyright things? What can I do?
You give away all your ideas, mate.
I do.
We're telling
It's
you
not
for
good,
years.
James. Very generous.
James, you've been doing a few readings this week already? Oh, sorry, last week?
Yeah, I was on tour in Sydney last week doing some Sydney schools. I'm supposed to be at some Perth schools this week, but you might hear from my voice. I'm recovering from some bronchitis I picked up on the tour last week, so I've had to actually reschedule my schools for this week.
That's a shame.
Sorry to Aquinas. I was supposed to be at Aquinas today.
Oh, they've got enough. It's fine.
But we're rescheduling. I'll be there later in the term or next term. We will reschedule Book Week for you.
But what great inspiration. Write a book about it. The Wonky Bronchi.
Yeah.
I don't know. That just came to me.
When did you get involved in doing children's books? I'd imagine what were you a writer to begin with? What were you doing before this all took place?
Have you ever been a child?
I'm still in mentally. I think I still are. I used to work for the health department just up the road here, actually, at King Eddie's, and I was studying community psychology. I met my wife there, so I had like a whole other day job. But I was always drawing on the side, and I used to draw covers for the Quokka newspaper.
Yes.
Between 2003 2010, that was like
was a job.
My very long apprenticeship. I was getting paid to draw the cartoon covers.
So
It's one of those things that you don't ever realise who did it, like the person that draws the Bunnings stuff.
Yeah, that's right. Because you're a bit of a unicorn in that you illustrate your own books as well. So you write them and illustrate them.
Yes, I do.
That doesn't happen that often, does it?
There's a few of us in WA who do that. We've got some amazing people. We've got Frane Lassac who does that. We've got Bryony Stewart, Karen Blair. We've got amazing talent in WA.
Yeah.
But it is handy to be able to do both.
Yeah.
Because then you can control the whole process of the story. You get the whole royalty
profits,
all that sort of stuff. Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah. Now, my favourite from your books is Stellaphant.
Yes.
About an elephant that wants to be an astronaut, but the people won't let her because she's an elephant.
Oh, that's not fair.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come a long way, though.
Come on.
I can see this happening.
Yeah. Which is the book that resonates the most
with readers.
Yeah.
I think Stellaphant really did resonate really well. So I'm still getting some photos come through this year of kids dressing up as Stellaphant again.
Adorable. So they're just like sewing up the little dress?
Yeah. Well, a lot of them are just getting like a cheap sort of spacesuit thing, and they're dressing up as that with like a trunk and some ears and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's doing really well. I think it resonates on a lot of different levels. People sort of take it as just a story of determination, but it's also a story about discrimination, feminism, diversity, all that sort of stuff as well.
How long does it take for you to illustrate a book?
It depends on how long the book is, how many pictures. So, like a graphic novel like this, 200 pages, Secret Agent Mole, about 6 to 7 months to make one of those.
Wow.
To write it and to illustrate it. But, you know, I've got 2 kids. I've got a family. We've got to balance it all out with the life work and everything. Stellaphant, I worked on and off for 7 years.
Was she your first? Was she?
No. She was like my 18th.
Yeah, right. Right.
Yeah.
But you just were developing the idea just in the background. It was just ruminating.
That's it. So I worked on about 7 or 8 books in that time as well. But this one, the first illustration was done in 2014. And so stories sometimes take a long time to grow, you know, to develop, for all the pieces to fall into
So you're not just banging them out, which is, I think, what people's perception of children's authors is, because you can read it so quickly. It's like, just bang out another one, and next month we'll bang out another one. That's not how it works at all, is it?
Well, you can write a picture book in an afternoon.
Yes.
But you can't illustrate one in an afternoon.
Yeah.
You know, it takes...
Well, you could. They just wouldn't be very good.
That's right, exactly right. It's pretty easy to make a bad children's book.
Yeah.
But it takes a little while to make a decent one.
Yeah.
James, you're a bit late getting in here. We were trying to get to you earlier on.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
You've had a horror morning.
I left my phone at home. I couldn't call your producer to get into the office. I had to go find a tradie with a phone to hotspot my iPad so I could get the phone number. And so I just got to give a shout out to Chase, the tradie. Chase, spelt with a S and a Z.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chase. You're an absolute champion.
Did you give him a signed book?
I didn't have a spare.
You know what you should do? Name a character after Chase, because that's a great name.
Chase, I'm gonna name a very maybe a cheetah, a very fast character.
Yeah. Maybe in your new book, Wonky Bronky.
Exactly right.
About the author that had bronchitis and couldn't go to.
So you went through. You must have been panicking a bit then, obviously.
Oh, I was thinking, no, I think this will be all right. I think we'll get through. I'll go up the fire escape. I'll knock on the door. No one can hear me. Let's find someone who's awake. Some tradies.
Do you want to know something funny? We can see you. See that camera there?
Oh, you can see? Oh, no. I should have just stood there and just gone, hey.
Yep.
Hey, so, James, one thing that's really exciting for us is when we get the author of a book, and we've never actually had this done before. I want to know, can you read a bit of your book so I can hear how you meant for it to be read?
Yes.
Very good,
the bronchitis edition.
Yes,
okay. The Wonky Bronky version.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, right. So this is, tell all the kids, gather around the wireless.
That's right. Good morning, boys and
girls. This is Uncle James.
This is Stellaphant.
Okay.
And
good start.
The story starts here.
Okay.
One ordinary Monday at 9 a.m. precisely, Stella walked into Space Command. Hello, she said. I'd like to become an astronaut. Oh my God. The man stopped clacking on his keyboard and looked up. But you're an elephant, said the man. I am, said Stella, holding out her application. But we've never had an elephant astronaut before, said the man. I know, said Stella. I would be the first.
Oh, my God.
Oh, is it doing something for you?
She's breaking the glass ceiling.
Yes,
Keep going.
I'm sorry, said the man, but I don't think we can let an elephant be an astronaut.
That is a joke.
Imagine what would happen. We'd have all sorts of animals applying for approval.
Yeah, duh.
But you have sent some animals to space, said
Stella. Good point, Stella.
Monkey.
Dog.
The man nodded. Then why not an elephant? Asked Stella. I don't know if you can see. It's not a good thing for radio, but can you see this guy's...
Yes,
this guy's very hard at work.
Is this guy playing solitaire?
He's just playing solitaire.
That guy's playing the one thing that every mum in the country is playing on her iPad.
I'm sorry, said the man, but the other animals were smaller. We don't make spacesuits in your size.
Sizes.
Or shape. Yeah, sizes.
Triggered.
Unless you can find a spacesuit to fit you, I can't approve your application. So Stella measured and stitched and tinkered until finally it was ready.
She made her own?
She did. Now can I be an astronaut? Asked Stella. I'm sorry, said the man, but you'd need to complete basic training, and we're just not set up to train elephants. You're too big. You'd break all our equipment. Unless you can, I know. Unless you can find training somewhere else, I can't approve your application.
Wow, she's gone through it, isn't she?
So Stella found teachers, and she studied,
the teachers
and strengthened, and practiced, and prepared.
Oh my God!
Until finally she was ready.
Really?
She's standing there with her PhD in astrophysics.
Oh, my God, she got a PhD.
Now can I be an astronaut? Asked Stella. I'm sorry, said the man, but our rockets aren't built to lift elephants.
Oh, my God.
You're too heavy. Besides, you wouldn't even fit through the door.
This is a joke.
Unless you can find another rocket, I can't approve your application.
Wow.
So Stella sketched and tested and assembled until finally it was ready.
She really would need one of those seatbelt extenders, though.
Yes,
wouldn't she?
She would.
Yeah.
She would.
Maybe she go.
Now can I be an astronaut? Asked Stella. I'm sorry, said the man, but you need a crew, and unfortunately none of our astronauts want to fly with an elephant.
That's true.
They
I've
say
heard that
it's
before.
bad luck. They say it's too dangerous. They say something's bound to go wrong.
This is so mean.
Unless you can find a crew, I can't approve your application. All those reasons they give there are the reasons that the male astronauts gave to the idea of female astronauts.
Are you joking?
No, it's true.
There were no ladies' toilets on the rocket.
No, the Russians actually had a female astronaut only 2 years after the first man, first cosmonaut in space.
Yes.
But the Americans took like 20 years to do it.
Wow.
There's this amazing series, right? It's on Apple TV. It's called For All Mankind.
Oh, yeah, but the alternate history.
Yeah, so it's the alternate history of what happens if Russians actually landed on the moon first,
Dun, dun,
and then
dun.
what would happen with that. Anyway, and in the series, within like the next year, suddenly they went, okay, the US went, we've got to do something better to go against them. Then suddenly women astronauts were happening right then, way before, you know?
Yep.
It was a fact. So anyway.
So Stella gathered her friends, and together they studied and strengthened and practiced and prepared until finally they were all ready.
All of them. So what do we have there? What are our friends?
We've got, Stella, we've got a penguin, we've got an octopus, a sloth, and a tiger.
An octopus, that'll be...
An octopus.
No, they'd be handy. They can get in nooks and crannies. and
That's right, escape artists, and also 8 limbs. They can do
I know, it's like
multitasking.
8 ropes.
That's right. The man didn't know what to do. Well, he said, I'll get my manager. The man's manager didn't know what to do, so he went and got his manager.
Yeah.
The man's manager's manager didn't know either, so he went and got his manager.
So right to the top.
On and on this went until they ran out of managers. You might notice that one of them looks a little bit like John Howard. Isn't
Oh, there is a John Howard manager.
Maybe it's unintentional, maybe it's not, I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
Don't tell him.
I know.
The one looks a little bit like Bob Hawke as well, if you squint.
So they asked the big boss of Space Command. The big boss and all the managers sat at a long table to have a long talk about the elephant in the room.
And the literal
the
Very good.
Had to be done. Sorry. Why won't they approve my application? Thought Stella.
I'm puzzled.
I've trained for this. I have a suit, a rocket, and a crew.
She does.
They have to let me be an astronaut. They have to.
They do.
Then Stella realised that actually they didn't have to. She didn't need their approval. She had everything she needed
What do you mean?
already.
She had the team.
Did she have the
suit.
rocket?
We are go for launch. T-minus 10, 9, 8.
She's doing it
7,
without...
6,
She is amazing.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. We have liftoff. And this is the thing about picture books. Sometimes you have pages with no words.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. So on
So
the
we
next
turn the
page, there's a
page.
giant explosion.
I had that with a class of pre-primaries once. This pre-primary kid goes, "What happens next? Does the rocket explode?" It's like, kid, do you think I'm going to kill off all my main characters at the climax? What's going on? But I want to see it explode.
It's a franchise, kid. Back
Exactly right. So no, we have Stella and her whole crew spacewalking above the Earth, looking down, lit from below.
What a
very
great,
happy.
what a great
illustrations
message.
are
Can I just say the spacesuit for an octopus it's a lot of work, isn't it? It's a lot of sleeves.
Goodness. Well, that's the thing. I liked the idea that you'd have all these animals that would have different needs for their spacesuits. So you'd have to actually fill his with water.
Yes.
But everyone would have to have their own specific spacesuit. And then even when you get to the end, when Stella comes back to Earth, she creates her own aerospace thing. She gives all these other animals a go.
So many.
I mean, how would you make a helmet for an antelope?
Yeah,
Or a moose?
That's a great
It's
point.
tough to go. Kung Fu Panda gets a Guernsey there, doesn't he?
Yeah. Well, don't tell DreamWorks.
That was good. That was a good adventure.
James,
that
well
means
done.
that kids, if you're listening, you can do anything. If someone
long as
says
you're an
no,
elephant.
it's like you can do it. So when mum and dad say no next time, go no. James Foley said I can do it.
I'll make it myself.
That's right. You can go into space.
James, thank you.
No
It's
worries.
a joy to have you in the studio. Now we have one of your books to give away,
Yes, we do.
and it's been signed.
Yes, we've
by
got a copy
you,
of Stellaphant to give away.
Stellaphant.
as read by James Foley,
That's
the author
right.
and illustrator.
With my bronchitis germs on the book.
Yeah.
we'll sterilise it
What a
before. It's all
gift.
good.
Can you just lick the entire cover first? Thank you.
James, thank you so much. Happy
James.
book week to you.
And before we got, thanks to all the CBCA volunteers around the country, all the librarians who put it together. Thank you so much.
No worries.
And to Chase, who lent you his phone.
Exactly right.
He's going to be making an appearance in a book to come.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Usually you know everything to do with yourself.
Well, you think you do,
and
don't
then
you?
sometimes someone can come along and tell you something you're not aware about at all. And this has happened with Daniel Ricciardo, because Daniel Ricciardo is now a lead in a romance novel that's been written about him. It's called Overtake My Heart. Thick Rick Races for Love.
Thick Rick.
Yeah, it's number one out of the 69 series. No, honestly.
Yeah.
So there's a photo of him, a drawing of him in that romantic
kind
novel,
of
sort of
windswept. Yes, think Fabio,
big
but
chest,
Daniel Ricciardo.
abs. He's straddling the hood of a car.
And he's like his shirt unbuttoned. Yeah.
If you meet Thick Rick, what are you thinking, Nat?
I'm thinking I'm pretty happy with the situation.
Yeah. So it's pretty interesting. The person that wrote it is really funny, actually. She says, this is her bio. Anita Driver, that's her name. Anita Driver is a Formula One enthusiast who has attended every Spanish Grand Prix since 1991. She first learned to love cars when she was struck by one at the age of 9. Then it goes on to say, she currently resides in a flat in New York with her 29 cats who are all named Bernie Wigglestone. She once shared a cab with Margaret Thatcher and has a very festive pair of ruby slippers that she wears when she's feeling fancy.
So she's funny. I like her.
She's a bit fun. So the book, it's all about a chick named Emily. Follow Emily, a smart, independent woman, as she navigates the thrilling and glamorous world of Formula One racing and tangles with the irresistible, charming playboy Daniel Ricciardo. And then she's apparently got a bit of a fetish about his neck, because his neck is mentioned 30 times in the book.
Oh, wow.
Here we go. Here's some of it. Emily found herself drawn to the sight, her heart beating faster, as she imagined what it would feel like to touch that thick, powerful neck. No neck could compare. They say a man is 75% water, but not Daniel. He was 75% neck.
So it's pretty erotic,
So when you think
obviously.
about it,
It's neck level.
Yeah.
It's neck level. Crazy. He found out about this. He found out he was on Dax Shepard, who is Kristen Bell's husband. He was on his podcast. So Dax was talking about it. He sent it over to Daniel, and this is Daniel's reaction to seeing the book for a first time, which he did not know about.
What the hell? Anita Driver, Overtake My Heart, makes a great gift for Mum. Thick Rick Races for Love. Book 1 of 69 in the Daniel Ricciardo Erotic Adventure Series. What the is this? I look jacked, though.
I'll take that.
I mean, if they're going to put a drawing of you on the front, you want it to look good. So
I know, but that's amazing to feel...
I mean, it's a little bit,
using your name.
Well, the legalities of it is one of the legalities. Anyone can write fiction.
Yes.
But, like, you know... Yeah.
Well, you're using someone's name.
So I'm sure that he'll be getting someone up and about that, just to have a little bit of a dabble. But I've been telling you guys what happened with Johnny. So Johnny, as you know, my mate from Meat and Bun, he was using this software, right? So it's sort of like a software that combines everything together.
Like a business
so you stock taking, all that sort of stuff. Yep. It's a back-of-house management platform. So anyway, he's been using it and he's been loving it. He thinks it's absolutely amazing. So the company that set him up and Johnny had paid for, they contacted him and said, hey, how are you going? And he goes, we'd love to do a Zoom call with you just to have a chat and see...
Get your feedback.
Yeah, what your feedback is. So he goes, all right, no worries. So suddenly, Johnny's phone's ringing. He's driving, so he pulls his car over to the side of the road, and then he's just doing a Zoom call with these people. Just having a chat with them. Yeah, in his car. Just having a chat with them, saying how great it is, just blowing smoke up their bums, basically. Why not? As you would. Anyway, long story short... I was told by a few people, hey, I haven't realised that Johnny's done an ad. And I went, Johnny hasn't done an ad. I'd know Johnny's done an ad. No, we've seen it on Instagram. We've seen it online. I said, Johnny hasn't done an ad. Anyway, I find out and speak to Johnny and said, what's this ad apparently you're doing? That Zoom call from this business... they use that as an ad.
So they record it and then put an ad with his testimonial.
Yeah, and they've
without
tagged
telling
Meat
him
and
that
Bun
that's what they were doing.
And so Johnny's like, wait, I said, did you agree to this? And he goes, I don't think I did. No, I don't think I did. And he goes, but I've contacted them. They haven't gotten back to me about using my ad. Here's a bit of it here.
It's just a life-changing app, like an add-on for us. It's just, it's been so good, so easy. I love it so much that I'm recommending it to every single person.
So bringing endorsements.
I meet up with my local competitors, like we're all like other burger shops, and we're all kind of mates, and I love and respect them. And I was like,
you can see it cut in.
Keeping my secret, but it's too good, and I just let everyone know.
Mate, I said to him, the only saving grace is you look good.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know.
That'd be another thing.
As Daniel Ricciardo found out, as long as you look good. It's fine.
You want to know if this has happened to you, right? You found out that you were being used for something, or your likeness, or maybe someone that you know, and they didn't know, or you didn't know.
Yeah, that's right. It's all happened without your knowledge.
Yeah, it's like, how about a heads up? Like, let me know it's involving me.
No one's writing romantic fan fiction about you, although if they are, we definitely want to hear from you.
For sure.
Yeah, this is going to be good. Remember years ago we spoke to someone and they said that they didn't realise that them and their family's photo was being used for real estate ads over in the UK.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
So that kind of thing.
Yeah. Not being given a heads up about something because someone's using something of you. We want to know, has this happened to you or not? $150 for Atlas Fuel.
Oh. Well,
nice.
Are you
free
kidding
fuel?
Me? Everybody loves
Someone's
that.
getting $150 of free fuel. Find your local WA owned and operated fuel supplier at atlasfuel.com.au.
All right, give us a call. Paz is in Southlake. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good, Paz.
Okay, was your image used for something? What happened?
Not me. It was my youngest sister.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
She had done a photo shoot for just like a modelling something, but just to keep personal. So it was just one of those photo shoots you do personal.
So like a portfolio shoot. So
yeah,
she just had photos
like
to show
that.
other people. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. And she posted it on Facebook.
Yeah.
And then the image was actually found about 2 weeks later to advertise a dating website.
Oh, you know what? That is such a feather in her cap because that shows that you're hot enough to be
that's right.
the face of a dating website.
To lure people in.
Yeah, she was drawing in the men.
Yeah,
that's
don't
the
use
one.
monsters.
What did she do with that, Paz? Did she contact them?
She did try and contact them. She ended up taking them to like a small claims court. They ended up pulling the ad down, but I don't think she got any money from them.
Wow.
Spewing.
Yeah.
You need compensation for that, don't you? Because during that time while the ad is up, how many men did you trap?
Yes. And also, did she have a boyfriend at the time, Paz?
At the time she did, yeah. So it was kind of
that's an
a
awkward
bit rude.
conversation.
Yeah, it is.
To be honest, really? I mean, I think I'd be okay with it. If you look good and, you're advertising something all right, you think I'm hot enough to pull in other single people, I'd be good with that.
Thanks, Paz. Iris is in Thornley. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Iris.
Hi, Iris.
What happened?
I was renting a house in Perth, and my real estate agent was doing a routine house checkup at the time. That's what she had said. And then, 3 weeks later, my daughter rings me and tells me, Mum, the house is up for sale.
What?
You can see our family photos. And I'm like, oh, my God, what? Really?
So she told you it was a regular house inspection, but while she was there, she took a whole lot of photos.
I thought it was a regular house inspection, and, she took a whole lot of photos for the website. The house looked beautiful, though.
Yeah,
so.
I bet. Yeah, it never looks better than on house inspection day.
Yeah. But I was just shocked to see what my kids' faces in the background.
Yes.
Iris, we had the same at our house. We were selling our house a few years ago, and then there was anyway, we moved on. We saw this Christmas card from that real estate agent.
Yes.
And they had a group photo in our front yard, in our garden.
That's
so
insane.
one of the home opens, they must have got all the staff over here. Let's have a few photos in the garden. What?
That's cheek, isn't it? Thanks, Iris.
Thanks, Iris. Let's go to Sharon in Alkimos. Hey, Sharon.
Hi, guys.
Hi,
what happened, Sharon?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can. Tell us a story.
Amazing. What happened?
Okay, so what happened is about 30 years ago, I'm 50 now. When I was hot back 30 years ago, I was living on the Gold Coast and I met a really hot guy and he was like top of the wazza. And we dated and I was going to the gym and then I won a modelling shoot thing, like, one of those things you put your thing in and you win.
Yeah.
So I won it. So I went to this modelling shoot and I was all sexy lingerie and a fairy. I was a fairy, and then I had like all different like props and like that. And my boyfriend was standing there. They said, "You take your shirt off, get on top of her," because he was hot as. So he
barely mentioned it.
We're like making out, like they're taking photos of us, so it's all great.
Yeah.
We leave the place. They said, "Yeah, okay, we'll send you some photos later on." So they did, and then a few months later, I just walked past the shop, and there's a huge picture of us making out, like the best picture ever.
Oh, yes.
And so that was great. I didn't really mind.
Oh, my God. Wait.
Sharon, it looks so good.
What sort of shop was it? Where were you?
On the Gold Coast.
Yes.
And it was a dog food shop.
What shop was it?
What shop was it?
Yeah.
It was a photographer's, wasn't it?
The photographer's shop.
okay, right.
So they were promoting themselves with our thing. Like, we were really good looking guys.
No.
She hasn't said it enough, Nate.
And then they found us somehow, and they said, "Oh, do you want this photo of you guys? It's a pretty big one." I said, "Yeah, I've seen it." And they gave it to us after all these years, but we're not together anymore.
So a gigantic poster.
Do you have a copy of it?
30 years going on, he's still got it at his house, and he's married with other kids and everything.
He's still got it at his house with his new wife and his family.
Hidden away.
Oh, no.
That's pretty funny. But no, they were really hot, Nathan.
Yeah.
So that's
They're really
okay.
hot.
As you know that, Sharon, because you said now you were way hotter than you are then, I want to know, we've always asked this question, is it good to have been hot and then lost it, or is it better to have never been hot at all?
Oh, when you get older, you just change your mindset. Like, I think I'm still hot, but I'm not. But but I am.
But
she is.
And I think knowing that you once were super hot,
She was hot,
that gives you a lot of confidence.
I know,
you what I mean?
but then again, it's like if you've never it's like you don't know what flying first class is, and then once you do, you realise how crap economy is. It's that sort of mindset, Sean's had some great.
They were very interesting. Atlas Fuel, though, they want to give us some money, $150, in fact. Find your local WA-owned and operated fuel supplier at atlasfuel.com.au. Sharon, you're super hot. I can feel it.
I don't think we should.
And you've told us 100 times.
She's too hot to be near petrol.
Yep. This is coming your way, Sharon.
Yes,
Yeah,
and this
like
is
a hot little
because
thing.
we've decided.
Well, I won.
Yes.
Far out.
I know, we've decided that
now in a minute. I'm going to Bali in a minute, so I'll be on the plane in a minute, so that would be good to come back to.
You're going to Bali today?
Yeah, in a minute. Yeah, I'm just driving to my dad's going to pick me up from wherever I'm going.
Yeah, right.
Wow, I hope you're ready for Bali. I mean, you look as hot as chips, no doubt.
Well, I've got a spray tan now, and I've got some, stuff going on, I'm hairless.
Do you know Whoopi Goldberg? Whoopi Goldberg is naturally hairless.
Yeah,
she's Siamese cat.
So that's
why
the rest of us have to be unnaturally hairless. Nathan, it's a costly exercise.
Yeah, so she's just got her dreads and then no eyebrows, lashes, nothing.
Have a great time in Bali, Sharon. Nice.
Thank you.
There, Sharon. Hairless Sharon in Bali.
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Nova's 100 grand or 100 in the hand. Thanks to Liberty. Loans for free thinkers. Got a grand idea? Free think your way to a home, car or personal loan with Liberty today. Eligibility and conditions apply.
All right, here we go. It's time to make a choice. That was Ariana Grande. She's today's featured artist. And
she works with
Neil
us.
from Merriwa just called in. Good morning to Neil.
Good morning.
Tanil,
Well
this
done
is a
on
big
getting
deal.
through to Neil. That's half the battle.
Thank you.
But we know, Tanil, it is a Temptation Tuesday.
Yeah, so that means instead of $100, up for offer right now is $200. I mean, there's that, cash in your hand, or the chance at $100,000. Now, we was discussing that $200, that's thinking money.
For sure. Tanil, do you like two in a hand or you like one in a bush?
Sure.
I'm going to have a go at the 100 grand.
Are you? But it's not guaranteed. You're guaranteed cash, no?
No.
No, I'm going to take a gamble.
You're a dreamer.
Yeah.
Oh, my God,
So-
200 gets me over the line.
With your $100,000 that you're winning.
That you might win.
No, she's winning it.
No, she's not. You say that to everyone. And you're only going to be right once.
But you don't know. Janelle might win it.
She might win it.
Anyway,
No,
so I'm
might
just trying to be
win it.
positive, Nego. So anyway, Tanil, what would you spend the money on?
Probably put some money on a holiday and a new car.
Where do you want to go?
New Zealand.
Oh, lovely.
That'll be nice. That would be super nice.
I'm going to New Zealand at the end of the year.
Yeah, so
That'll be
gorgeous.
nice.
Can't wait.
Been there twice.
$200.
It's amazing.
Thought we'd get you with that, Tennille. Good job.
You're in the draw for the 100K. Good luck.
Thank you.
No worries.
All right.
I guess if you made your mind up, you're kind of just set, aren't you?
Yeah, just suppose.
You might be tempted.
Yeah, it just depends how much money you got in your bank.
It does, really, doesn't it?
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Tomorrow on the show, we catch up with Dom from The Inspired Unemployed.
That'll be good.
Oh, such a good show. You got to watch it. Paramount Plus and Channel 10. I think 10 might have some of the episodes up.
Last quarter is back. To win the last quarter, you need to
win the last quarter. Sean. If you missed today's chat with children's author James Foley, it'll be up on our daily podcast today. He reads an entire book for us.
I know, it's beautiful.
Nice. Oh my God.
I know.
It was like right here.
Adorable. Ross, hello.
That was a good book. Yeah. Like it's got the,
lovely message.
Surface layer, but then it's
elephants can be astronauts.
There's some really
spoiler alert.
Oh mate, we don't need to read it now, do we? All right, so 100 grand, 100 in the hand. Not today because it says Sean said earlier.
Temptation Tuesday. Bell Morgan.
Well, there you go.
Which means $200 up for grabs. And one other thing, it just got announced.
Yes.
The weekend. He says it's an Australian tour. Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne.
Screw you, weekend.
I know. He's kicking things off. We will get tickets.
They
or
all
something
can't
like
be Coldplay, can they? By the way, we are going to be putting an audition in for open for Coldplay.
All right, okay.
Us three. We've got 2 weeks to get it done.
And you get 15 grand if they pick you to do the.
Oh, we're not in for the money.
You just need one good song, and as you know, I've already sort of written one in year 6.
Unicorn, use your horn.
Unicorns are hot.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.